Hello everyone, Friend of Highlight here, and the Knights of Naberus event is here. This is something specifically for Daughter in Deimos, so if you go talk to her, you will get special treats or items. So let us go check it out.
It's Naberus! You do know what that is, right? The ancient Orcan festival of death, darkness, and deviance? The happiest time of the entire year! I've dug out all the old family decorations. Take a look. One of them even tells a story.
Love how she says happiest after three things that are not happy.
Naberus is all about raising the ghosts of the past. For the immortal Orcan, that meant everything we thought we'd left behind. Mortality, mystery, fear of the dark.
Okay, anyway. So, as you can tell, they brought back some old things, such as the Naberus ephemera. This used to be something from last Halloween. It was its own little event. It actually required you to do a lot more than this event does. However, you don't buy the actual ephemera itself, you buy a blueprint and then build it. The building requirements are kinda cheap, 10,000 credits, 1,000 kuva, and 5 Kondruk wings, which are kinda weird considering Kondruks are on planes, not Deimos, but oh well. Something that I dislike about this event is the Plague Star weapons are here. These come out in a yearly event called Plague Star, and I'm kinda disappointed to see that these all parts as well as the Exodias are still here as well. The arcanes that you put on Zaws. It's a bit disappointing, but if you want to get them, now's your chance. It does come with some new items such as the Graham Day of the Dead skin. I kind of like it, and it's something I've started to use on the Graham Prime. The Bosmu Day of the Dead, I do think looks pretty nice. It gives it that dark, sinister look. The glyphs are amazing. They look really nice and really just awesome. All three. The Stink Eye, Rotting, and Grape Skull. The Halloween's Eye, it's just... oh, it's such an amazing thing. I've recently made a new Oberon Prime, and it pretty much uses all of the colorings from the skin. I probably will show it off as I'm talking a little bit during this since you don't really think while I babble. The Day of the Dead Void Drake skin is kind of nice. It adds a little bit of skulls and some coloring. I mean, I don't know how much you use your Necromech, but it's not bad. The Grim Naberus sigil. It's really nice, and I find it's one of the best looking sigils. It looks really good on my Inaros. And then the Whispering Naberus mobile. This is pretty much what will tell you a story by Grandmother. I'll show you how to do that at the end of the video. And then the new ephemera, the Spinneret. So if you look, it adds a special little spiderweb thing to your Warframe. It's all down here, beside the arms. It looks amazing. So now, let us show how to work the Whispering Naberus mobile, this special story. And this is where you place it. So you go to Orbiter and then Decoration, and you look for it. It is in the miscellaneous category. You just have to look at the very bottom of the list of things you own. Well, for me, it's at the bottom of the list. I don't know about others. I kind of couldn't find it at first because I forgot what it actually looked like, and I wasn't really sure where it would be. You can just place it anywhere in your Orbiter. Doesn't really matter. You just place it down, leave Decoration, and then once you walk up to it, click on it. This pops up.
Would you like to hear a story for Naberus? One that I told my grandchildren when they were small. Very well. Long ago, in the Orcan days, a golden people lived in spoiled luxury. If a body wore out, why, they would take a new one as easily as plucking a maprico. Such was the mystery of the Kuva. So, what became of death and disease? Oh, they were abundant, but not for the Orcan. They were above petty death. Such was their contempt that they decreed a special day on which to make fun of it. On Naberus, the night of memory, the Shining People laughed at death. They dressed in costumes that recalled the old days of mortality. Skulls grinned, hallways guttered with demon lights. For one night, beauty was banished. Rot and monstrosity held sway. Now, on one very special Naberus, 3 pretty Orokin were bored, as Orokin so often were. Naberus no longer holds its magic for me, sighed one. Masks and costumes are for children, grumbled another. Why follow the crowd, mused the third. Are we not the very elite of the elite? Ha ha! Up, my Kissingtons, my luscious loves. Send for blue coother and hot lights. I have a sport that will mend all. And in the corridor, behind a curtain, a solitary silent girl heard them and said nothing. Then the 3 were very wicked. For what do you think they did? Down into the streets they went, and they caught 3 poor Ostrons and bore them back to their gilded halls. One they peeled like a fruit and decked out with glassy splinters, and his naked jaws went chitter-chatter-snap. And it echoed all around. Scarlet footprints he left. Another's limbs they twisted and wrenched his neck, and made a bundle of him until he scuttled upsy-downsy like a horrid crab, with his sockets all empty and his stretched-out nose snuffling. The third they pulled thin in hand and foot. She walked spindly-wise on long tiptoes like a spider, and her entrails hung delicately down. She whispered, split-tongued and hissing as she went. Fine costumes we've made, chortled the 3 Orokin. Let us now try them on and visit our friends. What shrieking there will be! Oh, our names will live forever in the court for such a prank as this. Now, the silent girl brought them their blue coother, so they could take on these twisted bodies for only a short time before returning to their own. They drank and slept and woke in their 3 horrid forms. Off they went down the stairs, out the door, into the city, into the night of banners and masks and wild hilarity. Chitter-chatter-snap, scuttle-buttle, whispery-hispery. As you can imagine, there were many screams and laughs. Such cleverness, such wit. But in a high room of the tower, the silent girl looked at the faces of the 3 sleeping Orokin. She went and opened a little ivory door that she was not supposed to know about, and drew forth a flask that she would have been glassed for even looking at. A flask of crimson coother, the scarlet seal upon continuity, permanent. And she tipped it down 3 cruel throats. With a little laugh, she went skating away, never to return. There were many screams that Naberus night, but when the sun came up, None screamed so loud as the three who found that they were trapped in the hideous bodies they themselves had fashioned. Forever and ever. So, listen carefully, Tenno, and beware, for you may hear them coming tonight. Whispery-hispery on long stalking bones, scuttle-buttle with his eyes all empty, and skinless, dripping-handed, chitter-chatter-snap. Happy Naberus.
And that is the end of the story. Kind of wish that we would actually see the enemies, but we don't actually see any of these three Orokin ever. That is pretty much the end of the event. I hope they do add more to this before October ends. It is the 21st when I'm making this video, so I doubt, but it would be nice for more to the event. Maybe a little actual boss fight the last few days of it. I think it would be a nice build-up, but we can hope. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new, do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye everyone. Have a wonderful day all. Peace.